Hi, welcome to another episode of Idea Dream Homes Season 5. A builder may pour the foundation and raise the roof, but only you can change the new house a home. Let me introduce our judges. Anna Kurivila, architect from Kochi. Arun Vidyasagar, architect and interior designer from Kochi. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Anna, can you just tell us what are the trends on flooring?
We started with terracotta floors in Kerala, then we graduated to mosaic floors. From then we started going into the granite, and some of the people started using other natural stones like Jaisalmer, Kota stone. From then it changed to the ceramic tiles. Right now the trend is vitrified tiles. Vitrified tiles itself, there are three types. You have it in rustic, you have it in matte and glossy. Rustic, it won't have the same color throughout. It will have the varying shades. Nowadays in contemporary houses you use a lot of wooden floor. Wooden floor also you have it in two types. One would be the laminate, the other one would be the real wood. People have started using glass as flooring. You can give lighting from below and give it. So there, out in the market there is a lot of new materials in terms of flooring. There are vinyl flooring, you can use carpet for flooring. There's a lot of interesting materials out there. There are also Attangudi tiles which are actually traditional tiles made out of cement, and you can give it any colors that we desire, and we can give designs like we want. So out there are a lot of options which we need to discover.
Okay. And Arun, do you suggest anything?
These are all the latest materials that are in the market available for use, and many people do use. Sometimes there are trends that people go back to the original things like cement flooring, ionic flooring, what we call as red oxide, black oxide flooring. Even now some people do have the fantasy to go back to that. Resorts take on to cement flooring in a different scale. There are many countries where the cement flooring is celebrated to an extent that it is used mostly in resorts. Like in Sri Lanka they have a lot of resort with cement flooring. Even in Kerala it's coming back. There is something called retroplating, and for industrial warehouses there is something called VDF, which is the regular concrete floor that is reinforced with a little bit of steel, and then it's ground polished and travel using mechanical equipments, and becomes kind of relatively flat, and it smoothens on use. So apart from the residential general flooring what she told, these are also into play. You can also do color the concrete and polish it to make a floor. That's also coming in. There are jewelleries who have taken up this kind of floor by adding glitter into the floor as part of their overall appeal to increase the view.
Okay. Yeah. So let's move to the house clippings. So that is the Priyam house from Eramalloor.
Hello friends, welcome to Idea Dream Home Season 5. I'm standing in Priyam house in Eramalloor. This house is 2,600 square feet, 4-bedroom house. To talk about the landscape area, they have very smartly designed it. A lot of greenery you can see around. The entrance itself, pergola design entrance. This house they are made to build it in a contemporary style form. So that's all about the exteriors. Now let's just go in. Now this is the center courtyard of this house. The walls have been done with natural granite. Rooftop with pergola design. Even the provision for rainwater to fall on this plan has been provided. They have designed over here with white pebbles and all in all open and highly elevated courtyard space. To talk about the living area, the formal living space, the first thing that needs to be mentioned is that this area is kept completely private from the other areas. That's why this is built 3 steps above. Now the contemporary look of this whole house has been maintained here too with minimum furniture decor. To talk about the elevation, this is a high elevated room. Then proper scope for ventilation has been provided with the window frame that you can see on the back, then this window on the opposite. To talk about the flooring, they have used traditional cement tiles throughout the house. A comfortable family living area. They have a compact TV viewing space too. Next to that is the wash area with common bathroom. Adjacent to that they have the dining table, and next to it is the kitchen. The decor of the kitchen has been kept simple and minimal. The detailings include the vertical tiles. The grey vertical tiles have been used over here for the flooring. Normally we saw the traditional cement tiles, but here it's vertical tiles. Then they have granite counters throughout. They also have a work area attached with the kitchen itself. The area beneath the staircase has been covered up by making this a reading space. One can sit here and watch the television too. To talk about the detailing of the staircase, they have used a cantilever type of design for making the staircase. Also beneath the staircase, white pebbles and all have been used to design it and give it an appealing look. I'm standing in the common pathway between two bedrooms. Behind me is a puja room. The steps leading to the puja room is made of natural stones from Jaisalmer. A lot of windows have been provided in the master bedroom to enable cross ventilation. They also have a small getaway to the outside lawns. Opposite to me is the dressing area. The wardrobes have been done in white color. Adjacent to it is the bathroom.
That is Priyam house from Eramalloor. It's a 2,600 square feet 4-bedroom house. So let's hear the comments from the judges. Anna, your opinion on exterior landscaping, form and character.
They've tried to do something different. It's a contemporary house. Especially in the upper level, you see those beams and columns that are standing freely. That creates an interest. But they have failed to bring that interest to the ground level. The sit out, the roof slab is very high. I wish it was slightly lower. And the entrance steps, there is a pergola above it, and it looks a bit confusing at that point. They could have made the entry a little more grander by just widening the steps, giving a solid roof over it. It would have created some more interest. The landscape seems practical. They've given buffalo grass instead of the other kind of lawn. Car porch seems to be a mismatch. Maybe they plan on something later at a later stage. But on the whole, they've tried to experiment with the shapes. I see a triangular shape in the upper level, and there's a pergola in the upper level also. That looks nice. So on the whole, it's a neat attempt to do something different.
What's your opinion on this?
I think it's a very appreciable attempt on a contemporary style. They have too many columns. I don't know how that fares out with the budgeting side, because it looks very simple. So I don't think they have spent a little too much on the structure. Sit out is very open, and since we have an open space on two sides, really big open spaces, it is bound to catch monsoon, and the water can get in and can create a little bit of mess. We see a lot of white colored windows. That's very interesting, but the one wooden door stands out like anything on the ground. If they would have gone for a white color or whatever matches with the windows, it would have been much better.
I also notice there are small windows, that those are actually windows from the kitchen and work area. But from the front, at the first look, it looks like ventilators of the bathroom. So kind of wonder what is it doing right in the front. So they could have treated that in a different way.
Sana, what do you have to say on interior space, flooring and kitchen?
Interior is quite interesting in this house. You enter into the courtyard and they've used natural granite, not the artificial cladding stones that you get. And it gives a very natural feeling with the light trickling in. It gives a very good feeling. I love the use of Athangudi tiles in this house, and they've been very creative. They've made a small pattern in the living room in the center. They've contrasted colors. They've used different kinds of flooring in the house. That's really interesting. Regarding the kitchen, that's also very smartly done. They've got resist handles in their cabinets, and when they reach the kitchen, they've gone for ceramic tiles, which is actually good because it prevents slipping. I love the detailing in the handrail. There's a partition between the steps and the formal living. They've given small niches. That is very good. The space under the staircase, they've utilized it. They've made it into a reading nook. And the niches are also decorated with appropriate things. So on the whole, interiors are very good.
Arun, your remarks?
Yeah, I like the interiors. I think they've gone for a fusion. It's a very straight line style house with the wooden furniture. They've attempted on a fusion. That's what I understand. And the tiles look really nice. The Athangudi tiles, the color, they've changed the color even. We have a bluish kind of color in the living room, and that matches with the curtain with very pale blue. Then they've got yellow. So they've tried some different varieties. Double height in the living area is very impressive. It gives a totally tall feel, and also light, ample light into the space. The courtyard is nice. It's very small. If they had space in front and the side, so probably they could have increased the light, the size of the courtyard a little to bring in more ambient quality. Then the staircase is very interesting. I mean, they've used one side as a blank wall, stepping up along the flight of the staircase, and some niches where they've put articles. And similar character is continued in the handrail upstairs. Only drawback I think for the handrail is they did the same thing upstairs, where it's like a small bridge connecting two spaces. So when you have two solid spaces on both sides, it becomes narrow. But otherwise it's very good. Ambience is good. The kitchen is very sleekly done, and lighting is also done very subtly in the kitchen. So I think overall it's really good. The ambience is good.
Anna, please comment on color decor and lighting.
I like the way the curtains pick up colors from the floor. Like in the living room, the curtains pick up a blue tinge. When you go to the bedrooms, it picks up a red tinge. So on the whole, it gives a very beautiful look. They've brought in punches of color with curtains and the flooring. The downside here is, I think they've used their old dining table and their bed sets, which is like very traditional, so way too different from the style of the house. On the whole, it is very evident that the designer or the homeowners have taken pains to decorate the house, and they are in the right direction. You just need to move a few pieces here and there.
Okay, please add on your points.
The ambience is really good. They have the right things in the right place. Furniture, though the wood is feels a little bulky, it's understandable on the fusion point of view. Then I think that standing out point is the TV area. A totally different kind of treatment is given to the wall. Means you don't see that anywhere else in the house. Otherwise, the house is generally very smoothly moving from one space to another. This is the loud space in the house. So that changes the ambience there. Then I think again beds, probably they have taken in the old furniture. You can't complain on that. Probably in the next change they would definitely go for something that is going to match with the rest of the interiors. I think ambience is really good.
And Anna, overall ambience?
Overall ambience, I would say it's very decent, very sleek. The interiors are better than the exteriors. Exteriors, I feel there is something is incomplete. So they just need to change a couple of loose furnitures and add something on the wall. Probably a mirror might work good. Like it's not an artwork; it will reflect light. A mirror might be a good thing to add to their walls, and then maybe something side tables near the bed or change the bed. But on the whole, it gives a very good ambience.
Arun, your opinion on overall ambience?
Ambience is generally good. The exteriors look very much in a good position. The house is in a good position. It has got enough space to view the house and vice versa. From the house also you have enough space to look outside, and that can also add like an extra outdoor space for a party, for a gathering, for the kids to play and things like that. So the exterior ambience is really good. Same as with the interiors. They have gone for some fusion approach into the furniture, the flooring, and the curtains. Curtains actually, it's a little traditionally styled curtains. Even if they have this, or if they go for the drapes or the Roman blinds or anything of the modern lines, I think it would still fit with the existing ambience.
Arun, please give your marks on exterior, landscaping, form and character.
Exteriors are very decently done, except for a little too much of vertical lines which play with the scale of the building. I think the building is looking pretty decent. Not extraordinary, but it's looking decent, and probably in the years to come they will surely be doing some kind of update into the structure with the problems that we were discussing, like monsoon hitting into the sit out, and probably even requiring little more shading for the lower level. So I think other than that, the ambience is generally good. I will give 20 on 20.
And Anna?
For the exterior elements, I would give them 20. They can work on the lower level of the first ground floor. And also landscape, they can integrate the car park into, it could be made better. So I've given them 20 on 25.
And interior space, flooring and kitchen.
Interior spaces are really good. They have done a good blend of new furniture, old furniture, wood, Athangudi tiles, a little bit of ceiling height manipulations, and then good natural lighting, very importantly, and some natural stone also on the walls in the courtyard. And the kitchen is also a very important thing which they have not left out of the place. They have continued, though it's a little too modern compared to the other part of the house. It is still in the general interior quality. I think 21 out of 25 is my mark.
And from your side, Anna?
I've given them 21 out of 25 because the interior spaces are actually very good. You enter into it, you feel good. It's a vibrant space, and they've tried out different flooring, so it is very good. So I've given them 21 on 25.
Okay. And on color decor lighting?
The decor is generally good. I mean, it's for the refreshing use of color. Furniture, the use of wood, so they've brought in another color there. And generally the walls are kept in null shades of white so that the other things stand out really well, and they've tried with a little match of the blue tiles growing onto the curtains. So that's a theme. You see us picking that out from what we see is actually their intent. So that should be appreciated. I think general decor is really good all around the house except the bedrooms, which they will do surely in the time to come. So I have given them 21 out of 25.
How much you want to give, Anna?
They've not cluttered the spaces. There's a lot of light into the natural light flowing in, and whatever they've done it with taste. So I've given them 22 on 25.
And Arun, overall ambience?
Ambience is good, both exterior and interior, and both weigh with each other. Though a little traditional approach is there for the interiors, it doesn't go away from the total exterior. So it balances both together, and I've given 21.
Anna?
For overall ambience for this house, I've given 20 on 25.
So Priyam house from Eramalloor secures 83 from both the architects, and it makes a total of 166 out of 200. So it's time to wind up our show. Let's meet on our next episode.